Joining me now, Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton. Senator, wonderful to see you tonight. What's the left's pitch this go around? Vote Democrat so you can what? Suffer 2 more years of decline and a lower standard of living? Like, what is their pitch?
Yeah, or make it 4 more years, Laura. I think you're right that these about faces from Joe Biden in the last week or two show that he knows that his reelection is in trouble should he run, that he pushed a very unpopular agenda for the first 2 years, but they also won't resonate with the American people. We saw what the Democrats would do, or at least we got a glimpse of it in the first 2 years of the Biden presidency. Even though they had narrow majorities in the House and an evenly divided Senate, they pushed through almost $3 trillion in reckless spending bills that drove record high inflation. They opened our borders to more than 6 million illegal aliens. We got weakness abroad. If Joe Biden were to run for re-election and win and get a Democratic Congress, all you have to do is look back to the last 2 years to see what you would get for the next 4 years. I don't think the American people are going to buy what they're selling.
Well, Senator, it seems like on this bank issue, which I know people's eyes glaze over, but it's critically important because we keep going down this road, as I said in the angle, we keep going down this road. I mean, who's going to buy our treasuries? Who's going to have a real faith in the U.S. system if it turns out that we just print money, spend money, print more money, spend more money, and we can't even get our own inflation under control with hiking up interest rates, the last real weapon against inflation?
Yeah, and Laura, and then whenever Joe Biden and the Democratic left's buddies get in trouble, we just change the rules after the fact to bail them out. What happened with Silicon Valley Bank and these other banks is Biden failures all the way down. It was Joe Biden and the Democrats' reckless spending that created the inflation that drove the higher interest rate that put the squeeze on all these banks. And then it was Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren's ideological aversion to mergers of large companies that prevented them from bringing in a larger bank with a stronger balance sheet last week or 6 months ago to acquire a bank like Silicon Valley Bank or Signature Bank. And then even after it went into receivership, there were many ways to make sure that the innocent victims here, the employees of all the companies who have uninsured deposits at those banks, could have had their jobs protected without bailing out all of their well-connected political friends. So it's failures all the way down. It's led to the Biden bank bailout. And as you said, it's possibly going to lead to even more inflation and more instability in our financial system. I got to get you on this TikTok issue because the Biden administration is saying, oh, well, if you, disassociate yourself from China, then we won't have to ban you. Isn't that a cop-out? Shouldn't it just be ban TikTok because we know what it's done? You can't trust the Chinese on this as you can on anything. No, Laura, I don't think there's any deal, at least I haven't seen how any deal could protect the American people from TikTok. I mean, TikTok is hoovering up all the data on their phones, their emails, their pictures, their text messages. It is also exposing our children to obscene and violent and eating disorder and body image issues before they even click on a video. And of course, it's a news source for a lot of Americans. Just think about that. The Chinese communists now have a major news source in America. We never would have allowed Pravda from the Soviet days to be a major news outlet in America. That's why we should ban it entirely. I introduced a bill today that would do that. No ifs, ands, and buts. Ban it from phones, from the App Store, from the webs. Good. That's the way to protect ourselves from Chinese communist manipulation. Well, long overdue. And Senator, thank you for doing that. Absolutely has to happen. Thank you.